Today we're playing the One Piece TCG using just the starter decks, as this is our first ever game, and I'm running the purple Kaido deck whilst my son is running the blue Crocodile deck, where I run the role to go first. So starting of course with my 1 Don, I unfortunately didn't have anything I could play, so just had to pass the turn, but as he got 2 Don, he could spend 1 to bring the 1 cost Trafalgar Law into play before passing. The second round though is where the fun truly begins, as I get 2 Don, taking me up to 3, and I used all of those to summon X-Drake to the field before 5k attacking Crocodile with my Kaido. I thought he might just take it, but instead he countered with Boa, meaning he still has 5 life. My son though gets 4 Don on his turn to play with and seems to be going defensive, playing Blocker Boa for 3 before attaching a Don to Crocodile and hitting Kaido for 6k damage, which lowers my life down to 4. It's back to me though, and with 5 Don to play I use 4 to summon Ulti onto the board. On play she lets me discard a Don to play a character up to a cost of 4, and so I bring Sheepshead onto the field with her, suddenly filling up my board with powerful fighters. And in knowing this, my son blocked with Law my Kaido attack to his leader, but took the attack from X-Drake, meaning Croc is on 4 health. My son now has 6 Don to utilise and brings in a powerful Pacifista to the board for 4. I'm going to struggle to take him out easily, I feel, as he also kept 2 Don in reserve, probably for counterplay on my turn, and so all he could do was attack X-Drake with Croc for 5k, but I sneakily countered with Jinrumi to block him. For the start of my turn I got 2 more Don, pushing me up to 6, and so I used 4 on that Don to play Lead Performer Disaster, which let me drew 1 and get 1 active Don, giving me 7. Using my 3, I shoved 1 under X-Drake, 1 under Kaido and 1 under Sheepshead before attacking with X-Drake against Croc. Of course Boa blocked, but then he countered with Thrustpad Cannon, which meant Boa suddenly went back into his hand. And I knew she had a 1k counter, so I attacked with Ulti to bring her out for the save. I then attacked with Sheepshead, but his 5k attack was also countered by Jinbei. But as he didn't have many cards left, I knew my Kaido's 6k attack wouldn't be blocked, and yes, he's now down to 3 life, but Kuma got triggered into play suddenly, so now he's got options. My son gets 8 Don to play with, and he spends 3 of that to bring yet another Boa blocker onto the board, before keeping 2 in reserve, putting 2 under Crocodile and 1 under Kuma. This is gonna hurt, I feel, as the Pacifista kills X-Drake. I counter Kuma's attack on Sheepshead using Sasaki, but there's no blocking Crocodile's 7k attack against Kaido, so it's suddenly down to 3-3. I though now have 9 Don to work with, and I first spent 5 of that to bring in Queen, but I don't use their ability on play. Instead I place 2 Don under Kaido and 1 Don under both Ulti and Sheepshead. Sensing bloodshed after my attack phase, I first used Ulti to attack the Pacifista, and he blocked with Boa, before using a Thrustpad Cannon to bring her back into hand. I then attacked Crocodile with Sheepshead, hoping he would use that 1k counter, but instead he tanked the hit and up popped another Thrustpad Cannon, which saw him get Trafalgar Law back into hand. But as I sensed he didn't have much counter power, I used my 7k Kaido to hit Crocodile, and I was right, as he tanked the hit once again No trigger this time as he only has 1 life remaining. My son has all 10 Don in play though, and his options are pretty good it seems, as he uses 4 to bring in Mihawk, the greatest swordsman, and he also puts down Law, placing 2 Don under Croc, 2 Don under Kuma, and 1 Don under the Pacifista. In his attack phase, he first killed my sheep's head with his Kuma. I didn't feel like blocking or countering that one, and he then attacked Kaido with both Croc and the Pacifista. So I just tanked both hits because I feel the next 2 turns will be crucial, even though it's 1-1 life-wise. In my next turn I get 10 Don, which means I can summon Who's Who for 3, and he has an on-play effect which, for the removal of a Don, he can get rid of a card up to the cost of 3. So of course I remove his blocker Law. Place 3 Don under Kaido, 2 Don under Ulti, and 1 Don under Queen, panicking my son as the pain train is coming a charging right through. At first he countered my 7k Ulti's attack on Crocodile, which I thought was strange as he probably should have took that hit to see if a trigger would happen from life. But it turns out that was never going to happen anyway, as my 7k Queen attacked his last life with no trigger. And that meant my 8k Kaido could power his way through Crocodile, taking him down and winning the match. But boy, was that close. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our first game of One Piece TCG. We're going to slowly be getting into this one via the starter deck system when we can afford some more, along with picking up a few singles or printing off some proxies here and there. I would really like to get hold of the Straw Hat Pirates one and bring more of our games to the channel, but we really appreciate you watching us. Enjoy this great game. So thanks, and hopefully you'll watch some more stuff. Tatty bye.